Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2022 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of February, and this reading is for the air sign of Gemini. Welcome everyone. As always, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for taking the time to be here and for watching this video. Your likes, shares, subscribes, feedback, those of you who reach out for personal readings, all greatly appreciated. Thank you. So Gemini, this reading is for you for the last 2 weeks of February 2022. That's if your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign is in Gemini. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Gemini. Of course, it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. It is a general reading. So watch all of your signs for any additional insight and perspective they may provide. And if you do find that something does resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the description link below where that little arrow is. You'll see my email address there, maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do have a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, so message me if you'd like. I'd be happy to work with you. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what the last 2 weeks of February look like for you. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Okay, Gemini. We begin with the Five of Swords, ambition, winning at all costs. A hard-won victory. I'm actually feeling some real stubbornness with this. The Three of Coins, compromise, negotiation, teamwork, collaboration. Looks like difficulty in getting everybody on the same page or being on the same page with a person or a small group of people. The Three of Coins represents, more than one person who are kind of working towards a common cause or common goal. It can also represent kind of a group of people that are kind of united for a specific reason, but they might, this is about collaborating, so they may not necessarily agree with how the thing is to be accomplished or done or acquired. So it requires compromise, negotiation, some diplomacy, so that everybody walks away feeling maybe not completely satisfied, but more or less satisfied, right? A good compromise, right? But with the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is somebody who wants to win, who says, no, it's going to be this way, which doesn't work well with the whole teamwork collaboration. So it looks like there may be some conflict there, whether it's within a group of people like at work or a community project, or whether it's with a partner. That's what's coming across. So next we have the Knight of Coins, the slow and steady knight. Knights usually represent offers or opportunities to do something, to manifest something. They can also represent the speed at which something moves. So the Knight of Coins is governed by Earth. He's a little slower than his other brother knights, but he's the one knight guaranteed, step by cautious step, to complete the mission, cross the finish line. So it might be a job, work, offer, project, how to do something. With the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Could be any sign, but they manifest as the King of Cups. Pretty emotionally balanced and reasonable person. Showing up as a king, could be a female though. This is a general reading. Next we have Justice, doing the right thing, honor. Something that's equitable and fair. You reap what you sow. The efforts that are put into something are going to, the outcome of something is usually dependent or reliant on the efforts that go into something, which is what justice is about things being balanced and fair. With Justice, we have the Seven of Wands, defensive, protective energy, guarding energy. The Seven of Wands represents somebody who feels threatened or challenged. And I'm all for being challenged. Sometimes it might be a way of looking at something, a way of thinking about something, or standing up for yourself. Because having something that you believe in or think about or think is right can be a healthy thing. One, it can help you examine the thing that you're holding on to and tell yourself, well, maybe I need to relax this, or maybe I need to set this aside, or it can kind of maybe more concretely cemented in your mind, what you're standing up for or believing in or something like that. And sometimes being challenged can cause us to receive new information that causes us to change, right? The Seven of Wands is kind of that defensive energy, but with Justice, I'm not sure. It feels like there's some kind of disagreement here on either to do something or not do something, or how something should be done. Could be relationship, although I'm not really feeling that. Relationship meaning like a love thing. I'm not really feeling that, though it could be. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus is the Emperor, whom all the kings and queens answer to, responsible, disciplined, accountable. But he can be pretty stern and pretty disciplined, and sometimes a bit on the dominant or controlling side, because he governs the empire, all of the kingdoms. So he has his own way of doing things. These are the way that things need to be done. It feels like here there is a power struggle here, or a control struggle in, again, it could be that two people or a group of people have agreed on doing something, but they can't agree on how it should be done. And the one person who is over it feels like it should be their way. Or it could be, struggling to come to agreement on actually moving forward with something at all. It's a general reading, so it could be either or. Let's clarify the Emperor. This King of Cups, Gemini, is not you. This is somebody else, another player in this, who perhaps wants to do the slow, steady, step-by-step thing. Perhaps you don't, or you have another way of doing it that you think is better. The Emperor. The King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, which is most likely your energy. So you're manifesting as the Emperor, kind of the ruler, somebody who's on top. It feels like, don't shoot the messenger, Gemini, but it feels like, well, let's unpack this a bit, because it feels like you're being a bit on the stubborn side. Like saying, I know what's best, I know what's the best way to do this, and so this is the way it's going to be. But that's not exactly fair in terms of the Justice card or the defensive card, and it doesn't really work well for teamwork and collaboration. So let's unpack it a little bit. Clarify the Five of Swords, this winning at all cost, ambitious energy. The Queen of Swords, again, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So we have a couple here, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. The Empress as well. So we have two couples, the Empress and the Emperor, the King and Queen of Swords. So it might be between you and your mate, or it might be between you and your partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and somebody else as to the best way to do something. Let's clarify the Three of Coins, teamwork, collaboration. It could be that this is about a couple who has a certain idea or plan about how something should go, but somebody else is disagreeing with that, or not agreeing with it, or perhaps disagreeing about the speed at which it should go. Because the Knight of Coins is that slower energy, and the King of Cups is with that. Perhaps this King of Cups thinks that, there should be more attention paid to detail, to be more cautious, to be a little slower. Clarify the Three of Coins. Seven of Coins and 10 of Coins. So this is reflection, contemplation on what you have put into something, what you've gotten out of it so far, and do you need to make any changes with this? And the 10 of Coins is long-term stability and security. Honestly, even though there may be some partners or couple relationships involved here, it feels like, perhaps investment of money in something is at the core issue here. There's a fair amount of earth energy here. I feel kind of a pull towards that. So again, I do see some relationship or partnerships here, but it just feels like people can't get on the same page with what they should or shouldn't invest in something, or invest further in something. Might be an actual property or home. Might be an inheritance issue, division of property, who gets what or who does what and at what time frame. Again, this is a general reading, so this could be anything from inheritance or division of property or wills, all of that kind of stuff, setting that stuff up and not kind of trying to get on the same page with the details of it and really struggling because one person says, no, it should be this way. And other people are like, no, it should be this way. Could be a work project or a community project. You know, it feels like there's a few different players or relevant people here and they're just kind of chattering at each other. And it feels like one person or maybe a couple is like, no, it's got to be this way. You know, it's just disagreement. That's what I'm getting. Clarify the Knight of Coins. Six of Coins and the King of Cups again, which already clarifies the Knight of Coins. It feels here like somebody wants to, if this is a project or a money investment thing, it looks like the King of Coins doesn't want to give everything right at once and doesn't want to go very quickly. It feels like there's two sides here, and one side wants to perhaps go all in or wants everything or wants this aspect of it. I feel like people are arguing about amounts, values, and percentages here. Clarify the King of Cups. Maybe this other person, this King of Cups, doesn't feel like they're getting a fair shake if it's like an inheritance or division or split up of something. The Four of Cups, an offer being made, but somebody not really reaching out to take it. They're just kind of looking at it and considering it. Maybe they don't think it's good enough or it's the right thing or something like that. This feels like this feels like it's, even though it has an emotional effect on the people involved, Gemini, it feels like it's the subject matter is earth energy stuff, money, property, finance, real estate, assets, all of that kind of stuff, job, projects. Clarify justice. Like people just can't get on the same page. They're squabbling here. The Knight of Swords, conversation, news, information, conversation, and the Nine of Coins in the reverse. In the upright, it's a very independent, self-confident, self-empowered. But in the reverse, this is... It feels like a conversation that needs to happen around people connecting more with each other in terms of getting in tune with each other, which means, again, compromise, negotiation, collaboration. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands, this defensive energy. Not wanting to give in, give up, compromise, step back. Seven of Cups, multiple options, different possibilities and potential, and the Three of Coins again. So it feels like the right thing to do, which some of you may end up doing, is to kind of maybe drop the defenses just a little bit to consider other possibilities and other potential in this thing, to compromise, to be willing to compromise and negotiate a little bit more, particularly if there's personal relationships involved, because you know, issues like this can really split up or estrange people who are family or loved ones or friends or colleagues, you know. It feels like people are too stuck on their own, it must be this way kind of energy, Gemini. And I think you're being asked here to, I think everybody involved is being asked to kind of take a step back and look at every side of it and come to some reasonable compromise here. Because that's the right and fair thing to do, rather than saying it's my way or no way. Because other people, I mean, the Three of Coins or Pentacles, which we have twice here, is a card about other people coming to the table and having, you know, their own experience and ideas and resources, which are all valid and relevant as well. All right. All right, well, let's end with pulling some advice and guidance or any final messages. Well, that just jumped out. Seven of Wands in reverse. Advice and guidance from Spirit. Drop the defenses just a bit and be willing to consider other ideas, other perspectives, other options. That just jumped right out of there. Anything else? Five of Wands also fell out. Petty arguments. No be going around and around and around it again. Everybody wanting to be right. Everybody thinking they're right. Nobody being willing to compromise. And so it just goes on and on and on. Petty drama and squabbling. The Star, the Three of Cups. Renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. And kinship, kindred spirit. People being able to connect to one another again. Yeah, I think whatever relationships are involved in this, it feels like there's probably some personal relationships involved in this. And squabbling over this kind of stuff kind of threatens the relationships themselves, which are also important and it doesn't need to be that way. The advice is quite clearly here to stop being so defensive, to lower your defenses just a little bit, enough that you can consider other points of view, other relevant aspects or opinions on it, and come to, again, a reasonable compromise here, because so that whatever personal relationships are involved here can also remain intact and healthy. Okay, Gemini, those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of February. I almost said November for some reason. I hope they were helpful to you. Again, if any of this resonates with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or for a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to work with you. You can also get that contact details by clicking the description link, the little arrow with this. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the March general readings. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.